Look at this monolithic shape, resting in the dark. It represents how most branding concepts start: static, flat, and often ignored. For an idea to capture attention, that isolation has to be shattered. That is the problem Hernandez Studios was built to solve. It functions as a modular expression layer. From there, we develop the layers to build the asset's structural integrity before finally reaching the deliver by design phase to finalize the file for real-world impact. Creative expression here is not random. It is a controlled, sequential logic that grows a brand asset through specific, documented steps. We begin the execution inside Layer 1, brand form. This is where we establish the foundational visual identity and make the core decisions that dictate how a brand is recognized. We define the mark to act as the visual anchor for immediate recognition, and we establish the type, using letter forms and weights to give the brand a consistent voice. We apply color to establish tone. Watch these purple and blue vector shapes snap into a structured layout. Now, the grid breaks apart for Layer 2, motion flow. By sequencing paths and focusing on transitions, we control the exact pace your message unfolds. Finally, we execute the resolve. We bring that kinetic energy to a controlled finish, ensuring the final asset remains clean and stable. Because until purposeful movement dictates how an audience experiences it over time, a brand identity simply remains entirely theoretical. Once the identity moves, we have to give it weight. That brings us to Layer 3, visual depth, where we shift focus from basic 2D movement to the architectural structuring of the frame. We build composition by manipulating contrast, spacing, and balance. As the interface tilts backward, an expansive Z-axis is revealed, allowing us to stack elements and dictate visual focus through hierarchy. By layering these structural elements, we establish a clear order of information, separating the core message from the background to guide the viewer's eye. The final stage in the workflow is Layer 4, media publish. This is where the theoretical design is subjected to final refinement. We run the asset through an optimization sequence, formatting, exporting, and tailoring the output to ensure it remains compatible across different digital platforms. A refined design is ineffective if it fails the technical transition from the studio sandbox to the digital landscape. By running an abstract idea through this structured workflow, raw concepts evolve. They gain motion, visual depth, and absolute clarity. The resulting asset is built to be seen and recognized. This final banner shows how the layered mark, typography, and authority colors exist in a publish-ready state. To integrate this workflow into your own ecosystem, you have two clear paths forward. You can choose Book Creator for hands-on execution to develop brand assets directly with the studio. Or you can choose Learn Creator, a self-paced track designed for those who want to master these layers and replicate this exact workflow themselves. Both paths are built on the same core logic: design, motion, layer. This sequence is required to take a brand from definition to final expression within Hernandez Studios.